What company do you disagree with, but still buy from? I still buy chicken despite my knowledge of how horribly they are treated. Baker Creek. They're an heirloom seed company. They have lots of seeds for interesting and uncommon vegetables, fruits, flowers, many of which used to be common, but fell out of favor. Some really odd conversation starter plants. There are other companies, but they have probably the most extensive collection and they're good for shipping to where I live outside the US. They also spread anti-GMO propaganda. Seems like it's more of a business tactic, right? Pretty much everything. There's close to nothing you can buy with a clean conscience if you dig deep enough. Nestle. Absolutely terrible company, but they make so many different brands I forget constantly who owns what. If it says Nestle I won't buy it, but they have their hands in so many things I can't keep track. There's an app called Buicket that lets you scan products and tells you where it comes from. That sounds unbelievably tedious. I think after doing it a few times you kind of start to figure out what you can and can't buy. Not really. It has a barcode scanner function. Super quick and easy. I have 3 options for TV internet in my area. One is Dish, so that is out. The others are Comcast and CenturyLink. Unfortunately, CenturyLink's internet went down way too often, and IWFH, so had to switch to Comcast. Don't agree with the company, but it's the best around here. Comcast and Verizon are crazy expensive for what they offer, but I keep staying with both of them because they always work. On the plus side, my office building has an Xfinity hotspot which saves me from having 2 internet bills. Yeah, the hotspots have been a welcome surprise. I'm pretty much on Wi-Fi wherever I go around here. Xfinity friendly reminder that Xfinity is Comcast. I know. That's why I'm able to use it. Walmart. As much as I hate them, I just can't afford not to. Girl once tried to shame me for shopping there cause they make products at the expense of child labor and unfair this and that. It worked and it didn't. I still shop there when it's nearby, and I don't feel great about it. Thanks for nothing, girl. Half of the items are the exact same brands and models versions sold in other stores. Anyways, the case of Pepsi isn't $2 cheaper than Target because it's made in China. It's $2 cheaper because Walmart buys 10x as much. Also, they pay their workers less. Yes, but not significantly. $11 hours vs $12 hours starting wage. We'll take 8% of your pay and see if you don't care. Also, it's not just about wages. There are our restrictions and reductions to avoid paying benefits. Amazon. I hate that they buy everything out, but their sweet pants are fire and I get them in 2 days. And they exploit their employees. I worked at an Amazon warehouse for a few months during peak season. It was stringent, but it wasn't terrible conditions. It's not for everyone though. Some people think strict is exploitative. For their sake I hope a draft is never implemented, cause they'd not last. Proud to not have an Amazon account. Even though I'm not a customer, I still had a bad experience with them recently. There was a charge on my CR card for Amazon, and since I don't have an account, it obviously wasn't me. So I called them multiple times to inquire about the charge and if they could remove it from my card, and it was as if they couldn't search their system for the order, and I got the feeling the last rep I spoke with thought I was lying about not having an Amazon account. Amazon. I really hate how they're literally killing mom and pop shops, but not having to put pants on and be social with other people is hard to pass up. You mean Walmart killed the mom and pop shops? Wait, no, the mall killed mom and pop shops. Wait, no, department stores killed mom and pop shops. Wait, no, mail order catalogs killed mom and pop shops. Okay, this one I just guessed at. Maybe the 19th century mail order catalog was never accused of this, but they probably were. That's actually all true. Without all these mega stores and Amazon there would be mom and pop shops around every corner. Each one of them has taken a big juicy bite out of small businesses. There's a strong argument to be made that if every new design and leap forward for consumer purchasing is killing the original, maybe the original is not needed anymore and should be put aside in the name of advancement. Amazon and their mistreatment of employees. Apple for their overpriced products. Serious question. Is there any evidence that Amazon mistreats their employees besides that one article where the author got a job in an Amazon warehouse and he said people were peeing in bottles because they weren't allowed bathroom breaks? I mean, that's terrible, but one guy's experience at one warehouse doesn't prove that that is how all Amazon warehouses operate. I live in San Bernardino. We have 2 warehouses in this area. The biggest complaint I hear is you get a 15-minute break that starts on the floor. It takes you 5 minutes to leave the floor, 5 minutes to get back, so your 15-minute break is actually just a 5-minute break. It's a pressured environment where you're on your feet all day with minimal bathroom breaks. Just very negative. Amazon is digital Walmart. It drives other companies out of business by undercutting them. This probably doesn't count, but my local shop, they practically rob you, charging you more or not give the right change. You confront them about it, and they deny it. Reddit. They have no legal obligation to free speech, but all their old school CEOs and high positions all used to claim this website was made for free speech. Now they want to be Facebook 2.0 complete with profiles, and censor anything that doesn't look squeaky clean or advertiser friendly. Chick-fil-A. Sandwiches are so good it makes it easy to ignore their politics. I'm always making fun of my best friend about this. Disney is a huge monopoly that is devouring the entire world, but they just bought Fox, so we can finally have Avengers vs. X-Men. McDonald's cares nothing for their employees' welfare or making healthy food, but now that I'm a parent, I've learned that Happy Meals buy me 5 minutes apiece. Yeah, it can get hard to stick to our own principles when the things we don't like are convenient for us. A naturally selfish mindset that I find myself doing all the time. Walmart, Nestle, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, probably many more. Menards has the worst customer service I've ever experienced, but their lumber is so cheap compared to other stores it's hard not to shop there. Interesting. I've never had any issues at Menards, and it is always cheaper than Lowe's and HD it seems. Almost all huge stores like Target and stuff, but specifically Walmart. Due to the ways they treat staff and workers, it's sad people feel the need to buy from them so much. Literally every big company, lol, they all do some bad stuff. Some are surprisingly wholesome. I think Nintendo might be an example. I can't remember them ever doing anything actively bad. Probably most big companies tbh. I have not yet been able to afford an all-electric car, so I must still buy gas. For now. Sports Direct. Well, I don't shop there, but the parent company also named Sports Direct LLC own House of Fraser, and I will be damned if I can never shop there again. Pornhub. Can't control those urges though. Apple. They make accessory use inconvenient and expensive. They have very specific accessories that can only iPhones can use, and vice versa, like their chargers. The same charger I use for my PS4 controller is the same for a Samsung Galaxy. I can change the SD card if the current one isn't big enough on memory. I had to upgrade an entire phone, iPhone 6 to 7, just for the memory, and the phone was 95% exactly the same. Other than that, also the iOS 12 is an extreme battery hog. There's also the whole missing headphone jack deal. All of them, mainly because you have no other choice. Amazon. They own too many things and products, but they are easy to get to. Burger King. They became woke, yet I still love the burgers. I hate what Gillette with that ad, yet I still use their razors to shave. I hate my internet company, but I have to use it because of where I live. Any cheap meat. I'm not vegetarian and love meat, but hate that when you're a bit strapped for cash and can only get something cheap, that you know the poor animal probably didn't have the best life. I always try and go for free range or grass-fed options. But money is money, and some things you need to pick between your morals and what you can afford. I don't directly buy from them. Publix and Kroger does, and I buy that product. Chiquita Bananas. Puma. They make terrible soccer football kits, boot and gloves, but I'm sometimes almost forced to buy their products. For example, I'm a goalkeeper and the last pair of gloves I got were Puma. Why did I buy them? They were 40 and Adidas, which is 1,000 times better, made better gloves for 120, which is just too expensive. Also, I'm a Milan fan, and in a few years, if I want to buy the kit, I'm going to have to purchase their product. Funimation, but I'm working on phasing them out in favor of other services and distributors. Nintendo's great on one hand, incredibly territorial and jealous on the other. Heinz. They're a shit twisted company, but their ketchup is the one true ketchup. Google and Amazon. I disagree with their practices on a moral level, but their products are just too useful to give up. EA. Waiting to find the diamonds in the rough. Hobby Lobby. I'm into a lot of artsy read expensive hobbies, but they're nearby and have decent sales. They have a sign that says furniture is always 30% off. LOL. Blatant attempt to make you feel like you're getting a deal on furniture that feels like it's made of balsa wood. My husband and I have agreed that Hobby Lobby is how Mike Pence envisions his personal theocratic, capitalist utopia. But their retail employees get every Sunday off. Unheard of in retail. When I worked at Walmart I would have killed for every Sunday off. I'm more so talking about clay and paint rather than furniture. That's not always on sale, but is usually expensive regardless of where you go. All of them, but it's near impossible to avoid, unless I want to hate everything I consume. Hate the things I consume, or hate the people that make it. Life is hard. Lay's. They don't sell chips, they sell air. The air is in the bags intentionally. If you don't puff the bags up with air when sealing them, they get crushed easier, and you buy a bag full of crumbs. The air in the bag protects the chips. I work in quality assurance in the food industry. You buy the chips by weight. Why wouldn't you want a lighter package? Mojang. Like, I have no problem with Mojang and Minecraft is great, but notch. Starbucks. I could buy 4 coffees for the price of one Starbucks latte anywhere else, but I just can't walk by with full wallet. If so, then it's going to suffer. Comporium, only internet service in my area. Pretty much all of them. I feel like everything is so interconnected now, sometimes you're not even aware who you're actually buying from, because everything is conglomerates. Also, I'm poor and don't like spending money, so whoever is the cheapest for best quality normally wins my dollar. Papa John's. John is notable racist, but the pizza is fire. McDonald's. Ray Kroc was a selfish crook but Big Macs. Honestly, if McDonald's just sold McFlurries and Shamrock Shakes it'd still be fantastic. All the paper brands owned by the Koch brothers. Oh, you like Bounty paper towels? Thanks for contributing to the pockets of the two men ruining America. Google, Apple and Walmart. Walmart tactics make it almost a monopoly in a town. Amazon, they are the Walmart of the internet. Dr. Bronner's soaps. All the religious and weird messaging on the labels means squat to me. I love the soaps and the smells. Jimmy John's. So what, the owner big game hunts, I just can't resist, it's too good. Wendy's. No one makes a spicy chicken sandwich like they do, but they also don't treat their farmers or employees with much respect. ESPN Disney should not even be considering a show about sports gambling. Starbucks. I hate how expensive and small their drinks are, and how complicated it is to order them. Not to mention the fact that 90% of the time I never see employees wearing hairnets, and that just bothers me to no end. But I still buy drinks from them from time to time because their frappes are really good and I don't know how to make them on my own. Woods Coffee. Absolute eggheads, but they make really good coffee. Comcast. It's that or satellite, and we had that for a while and did not like it. Amazon. There are multiple articles on the work environment there. Major record labels. I don't agree with what they do to artists, but I still want to listen to their music. Comcast, because I have literally zero alternatives. I could potentially get Dish, but there is no actual support for Dish in my area, so I'd have to install it myself and maintain it myself. If I move to a different part of town, AT&T is available there, and Sprint in a tinier area of town, but that would require me to actually move there, which is even more money to throw into just getting a less horrible ISP. I don't know if this counts, but Tom Cruise. So many crazy allegations about him and his beliefs, but got a mile of his movies. Nestle. Water and baby formula controversy aside, they make some awesome candy. Children. There is no such thing as ethical consumption under capitalism. The answer is all of them.